to be able to create this exciting Singapore study tour for my friends at the LNA, the Landscape Contractors Association of New South Wales and ACT. We've had an absolute ball. And of course, we really thank Andreasens Green to be able to create a video to show you guys back at home. It all started 4 days ago back at the heart and soul of the matter in Singapore Botanic Gardens. That's where the master plan and the visionary idea of Singapore Garden in a City approach was formed, that first tree planting ceremony in 1963.
Mr. Lee Kuan Yew was the first Prime Minister for independent Singapore. So he changed the narrative from just merely being a dusty tropical city to something more than that.
And of course we ended up, like so many people do, at the Orchid House. That afternoon we went inside for a conference with landscape architects that were all involved in the construction of the Sky Gardens at the hotel we stayed at, the Park Royal on Pickering Street. And then we went for a walk with a man who more resembles an encyclopedia of horticulture than anything else, the director of the Gardens by the Bay project, Mr. Anton van der Schan.
Some of the species, like Acmea nudicornis, Peltophrum dasiracus, which comes from northern Thailand, Pteris vittata, Acmea blanchettiana, it's a Bauhinia from southern Thailand. Some plants of Brachychaeton bidwillii, and they flower several times a year.
We spent a full day at the Singapore Garden Festival, where every 2 years they showcase the world's designers and construction teams from Singapore. We were able to see Jim Fogarty's beautiful garden called Australasia, and his landscaper from Home Landscapes, Robin Fock, took us around and told us a bit of the story behind the garden and the challenges they faced in constructing the garden with 9 days of torrential rain. So that was really exciting. We also got over to Brendan Moore's beautiful garden called Vertical and marvelled at its elegance and simplicity. Then we went inside to see some of the fantasy gardens, which really rocked our world. And then we went into the flower dome. There we were able to meet, in the heart of the Australian garden, Mr. John Tan, who is president of the Landscape Institute and Association of Singapore. He was a fascinating character to meet, and we all got a lot of information about contracting in Singapore. Then we headed out of the city and left the big smoke for dust and headed to one of the very rare wetland areas of Singapore. And of course, this is what Singapore would have all been. Beautiful wetlands with crocodiles, iguanas and smooth otters. So we spent a wonderful time walking around and looking at the migratory bird habitat. We've had a wonderful time on our Singapore study tour, and I suppose if you ever want to join the party, you know where to go. You can go straight to the LNA website or Ross Garden Tours, and hopefully we can have all this fun all over again.